Alrighty guys, so we're moving on. We finished the windows, installing all of those, and now we are moving on to going inside, and we are going to be doing the stairs because the doors are not coming in for another month. I think April 16th is when they're due, and right now it's about March 19th. So it's going to be about a month till they come in. We're going to be out of here in like the next 2 weeks, so we will not be installing those. So we got to move on to something different. So getting inside, and we are going to be just showing you guys a step-by-step process of building stairs. And I'll also make this video kind of a separate video. Like some of the videos I do processes in these bigger videos, I put in separate videos so that way you guys can have those as well if you guys are ever looking like how to build stairs. But that's what we're moving on right now. Comment if you guys have any questions on it, and we're gonna get right into it, guys.
Alright guys, today we're building stairs. We got our riser length, tread length figured out, so we're just going to mark it on top of our 2x12 real quick, cut it, fit it, and then we will start to build the rest of it. A stair tool.
By who?
Bella Domo. Sounds like a Chinese name.
Is it a protractor?
No. I am running out of ink.
How did you figure out the angle that you're using?
What angle? There is no angle.
Or this?
This is square.
Oh, that's
You have your, yeah.
Oh.
Well, we're going to put a 3/4 inch face piece here to create what we attach our stairs to. So it's going to create our riser, and it's also going to run longer to catch our our stair jacks. It's the easiest way to attach a set of stairs. We're coming up. Go that way. Can you? Okay, yep. Okay, hold up now.
What are we trying to
Yeet.
do?
Test fitting our jack so we know it's all right before we build it out of Hey. Try to get our platform because we're coming down this way. Platform here, and then we're returning back this way. We pay halfway, so we need 7 risers. We count out 7 risers to here, and then we have our platform, and there should be 7 risers at the bottom, so we picked our middle point. This one becomes our platform. And then I level it over here, because this is the only place we have that's not moving. This becomes our top of framing. And then Will come down, build a platform, so we can land our stairs on it, and that's it. All right, guys, so we marked out our first jack. This is the first one we did, the one we checked down in the basement, cut it all. And then I put it on my next one. I screw it all down. That way it's tight, won't move on me. I mark it all in a pen because it's a thinner line, less chance of you growing out here with a thicker, if you had a pencil, thicker line, and then if you cut out here, it'll be way different than a pen. You can get a pen nice and in there tight. Take it off, I'll cut it, and then when I cut there's 3, so this will be my 3rd one, but when I cut that one, I always use the same one. So if I started with this one, I only marked with 1 jack. So this is my top, and then my bottom one was a jack. I marked them all with the exact same jack. That way, once I have them cut and not growing, if I cut my second one a little bit different, if I like went over this line differently than this, And then I add this one, my second one, to mark my third one instead of my first one to mark the third one. We'll just start growing, and then our staircase will get a little bit bigger. But this is how to keep it more precise, and that's the way we can do it by only using one jack to mark it all.
I lost my screw gun. There it is.
While Gabe is upstairs building the stairs, Will and Dom are down here fooling around. I'm just kidding. What are you guys doing down here?
Building some walls.
Running to the stairs.
Building some walls. Doing some things. Chilling, hanging out. You know how we be. Right there.
It started at 8 and it's now 11 and they got 2 boards in, so good job, guys.
Dom, let's come make cuts square, okay? I said let's make cuts square now.
When we cut these guys, we always use a skill saw and a jigsaw, as you guys can see. I've seen some people use a handsaw, but like you're getting right here a perfect cut just with the jigsaw every single time. And I feel like the handsaw would just take a much longer time. So we just use the jigsaw and it makes it go way faster. For treads and risers, we use risers. We're using, this is just 3/4 material, and we just ripped it and cut it at the length and the width that we want it at. And then for treads, this is just a very specific tread material. It's just a manufactured tread material, and what we have here is a bull nose, and we rip this to the length that we have, and we just keep the bull nose on it, and that helps because there's going carpet down on these stairs, so we like to keep this. Helps with the carpet and installing it, and makes it smoother instead of having square edges. If it was just square edges, we would use that. That would be for hardwood. So this is what we'll put on these. We'll use glue. So the glue that we use is the same glue we use for the flooring. Just the Advantech glue. It works the best, and we've never had a squeaky staircase or any problem with that at all. So that's what we use for treads and risers.
So I already got my 2x4 put on my jacks. This 2x4 is for spacer for drywall, and then usually about 3/4 inch trim will go slide in by and fill all this out. That's why we put the 2x4 there. It gets glued and screwed. Then I've got my header board. The top part is my riser. Bottom part is obviously to hold the jack, and we will just nail this into the head of stairs. It's just an easy way to hold all of my stairs together and something to hang it up on. And this seems to be this is the quickest way we found to do it. I lay it out here and here, and then I center my third jack in the middle of it all. This holds it to my height I want. If we have 4 jacks in the middle, then we will evenly space one here, and all 3 spaces will be even, but this is a small enough staircase to where we only need 1 jack going through the center. And then I'll fit 2x6 blocks right here to nail this way, and we will be able to screw our last tread down to it. We do that because usually we back nail all of our risers into our treads. That way we don't have a lot of separation. We can't do it here because our head of stairs is in the way, so we'll put 2x6s there, help it out. I cut a notch. We're gonna have our 2x4 running this way. This will hold the bottom of my stairs. Obviously you gotta notch the middle one to inset it. That'll hold the bottom. Then we'll get the risers thrown on. Treads will go on after we get it in the hole, keep it light.
All right, guys, so we had to cut out a bunch of stuff and then add some things. So all this area got cut out, this got cut out, and we put 2x12s in, 2x12 there, and then 2x12 right here. That way the staircase has something to screw into. We also down there made our landing. The landing's made out of, is that 2x8? Is that landing made out of 2x8?
2x10.
Oh, so it's 2x10. Landing's made out of 2x10, and then 3/4 goes on top. We make sure it's all glued and then nailed. We use the ring shank nails, just because they make it to where the staircase doesn't creak at all, and it keeps the nails so they don't pop out at all. Those are the ring shanks that we use for nailing into the 3/4 into the 2x12.
Hold, stay right there.
Got it. So as you see, that's the area, that's the 3/4 that it's screwing into, and it's going to screw into the 2x10 down there, just like right here screwed into the 2x12 right in that area. And then the bottom right there has a mark, and that's where they line it up and put it there.
What?
And then we just make sure the top of the 3/4 lines up with the top, the landing 3/4, and then make sure it's flush, and then we screw it in.
Time to go home.
For those of you that see that there's an electric line and a water line here in the middle of the stairway, don't worry, they're not leaving them here, although it would look pretty cool, but they will be moving those. Now we're gonna put the treads on, and then we will fill in these areas with 3/4 probably. And then this area, we'll get some 3/4 here too, fill this area in, and then put a railing around, because you don't want any people falling in around here.
Bring that box there, bro.
Specifically William or Dom, because you know.
Thanks, bro.
Alrighty guys, that's gonna wrap it up for the stairs. And we also had a little bit of framing over here, as you guys see, a little area for storage back there, and then that's a door into that space. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty straightforward for building stairs. And then we also had the extra things going on around here, like having to finish putting these 2x12s in, and then a little bit of the flooring. But yeah, I mean, step-by-step process. If you guys have any questions on that, definitely leave a comment for me and let me know if there's a, we need to explain it more in detail for you guys, all right? But that is how you build stairs. Alrighty guys, that's gonna wrap it up from us here at Next Gen Framers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you guys have not, like and share this video as well. And also drop a comment in the comments below if you guys have any questions. This week we finished up with the staircase, we got that done. I hope you guys, that made it kind of clear for you guys on how to build stairs, kind of that start to finish process for you guys. Next week, probably finishing up inside, and then hopefully we'll start siding. But that's all from us. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next week.